Ellsworth Silver Song of My Father featured in order of appearance Nathan on trumpet, Irving on trombone, Ollie on piano, and Elena on clarinet. We also have a phenomenon going on in the rhythm section. I don't know if you've noticed. Most of them have broken bones at this point. So Ollie broke a finger last weekend, and it's just dislocated. But anyhow, that's we're really splitting hairs up here. No pun intended. But we're coming along. So that was a little bit of a negotiation featuring our student teacher who you'll meet in just a few minutes, Claire Yamamoto, playing some shaker on that one. So nice work. Glad she didn't have to make her drum set debut today. So, yeah, good. Our next tune is a Lou Donaldson tune. It's basically an F blues tune. It's called Alligator Boogaloo, and it's going to feature some of these musicians as well. And that's all we have prepared for you this morning. We're going to play again on February 11th, and we have a few other selections we'll play at that time. That's curriculum night. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later. tenor, and Irving on trombone, and Elena on clarinet. And let's have one more time for that jazz ensemble. This is 5th period beginning band. There are 41 of us in this class, and we come together every day and negotiate the realms of learning how to read music. And that can be a lot. Learning to play music is of course, learning a different language, and then we're learning how to read it. Second quarter, we really have started to focus on how to read notation, rhythms, and the notes on the staff, and then how to translate those symbols to the sounds that are supposed to come out of our instruments when we want them to. And then we're also trying to train our ears, so if those sounds aren't right, we recognize it and do something about it. So we've been working really hard. We have a few selections to play for you today. But first, we really want to introduce our fearless student teacher who's been with us for just about a week, a little bit over a week. On her second day I was out, and she took the reins and did a great job. And we'll be conducting all of our beginning band selections tonight. So she comes to us from the University of Minnesota. Please put your hands together for Claire Yamamoto. We're going to play 3 songs for you. The first song we're going to play is called The Hard Rock Blues. We hope you enjoy it. Our next selection is a popular song that a lot of children learn in their classroom music classes. I should say it's a variation of one of those songs. This song is going to feature some call and response with the brass section and the woodwind section and the percussion section throughout. There's a repeat sign in this song, which is something we've been working a lot on. And there's a fun stock Sears and Roebuck sort of ending to this song. So they're learning some typical language as well. So this song is called Old MacDonald Had a Band. All right, our last selection for you from this ensemble, and I will say, fantastic magical moment, folks. We've been working, you have no idea how long we've been working to have those magical moments at the very end of a piece, so fantastic work. Our last selection comes to us from New Orleans, and it's called When the Saints Go Marching In. This is actually a combined 2 beginning bands. We have 3 beginning bands here at Richfield Middle School, and this is a combination of 4th and 6th hours. Teacher Claire and I teach beginning band all afternoon, and so changing it up and having some different instruments. One of the ensembles has fewer of certain instruments, so it's nice to combine and have them hear a full ensemble. So we're going to do a couple of the same numbers, and then we're going to finish differently. We'll finish with Ode to Joy. Is that right? So our first tune today is Hard Rock Blues. Sorry to confuse you guys. Yes, we're going to go ahead and do the warm-ups first, and then we'll play the Hard Rock Blues. My bad. are missing a few today. We've been kind of ravaged by illness. A couple weeks ago, we weren't suffering the varying ensemble absences. So I'm glad that so many students are out tonight and able to make it. And please try to stay healthy, get enough sleep, get lots of hydration, and make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Again, this is our section feature. It's going to feature brass, woodwinds, and percussion doing some call and response in an old beginning band classic called Old MacDonald Had a Band. Before we play our last selection, I want to talk a little bit about what's coming up in quarter three. In quarter three, we're going to continue learning some music notation and symbols that go along with performing music, but we're going to expand our selections from some of these songs are like 20 measures or 24 measures into like 60 and 70 measure long songs. That requires an added level of focus and concentration to make it through the entire piece. So we're slowly climbing the ladder of skills, and by the time we get to May 28th, when we're at the Veterans Park Band Show, enjoying that evening weather, which might be somewhat like tonight, who knows? You'll be just amazed at the progress that they've made. These students have been working so hard, and as we get into third quarter, again, our practice expectations are not firmly prescribed, but we do say students should practice 20 minutes 3 or 4 times a week. So if you're not hearing instruments practice 20 minutes 3 or 4 times a week, check in and see if they're practicing at school. After school, there's some practice rooms available. If they come early and they sit in the lobby, they're certainly welcome to practice in the practice rooms. And if they are looking for another way to practice, because practicing at home is tricky, reach out to me and we'll figure that out. But as they continue to practice, they're going to continue to grow their ability, and that's what we're looking for as we move into the third quarter. So about once a week, they'll have a recording assignment that will take about a couple 20-minute practice sessions to get really good, because we don't want them to just turn it in. Anything worth turning in is worth being good at. So we're going to try to get them to practice and really develop those instrumental skills. So that's enough of me. Now, let's play some Beethoven. This is Ode to Joy.
This is the third and first hour intermediate band. Our first song that we are playing is Courtly Dancing Procession, written by Brian Balmages. This song is written in Renaissance style. This music is well suited for us not only because of the melodic material being fun to play, but because we can focus on the stylistic rhythms and articulations across the entire ensemble. We have been working to perform a clear difference between full value notes, which we call tenuto, and separated notes, which we call staccato. Enjoy.
All right, before I bring Teacher Claire up, I'm going to, or before I let Vee read some program notes, I'm going to bring Teacher Claire back up. Here we go, guys.
Snow is based on the charming Japanese children's song Yuki, which talks about the excitement of children playing in the snow. Wouldn't that be nice on this unseasonable night? This is a favorite traditional song in Japan. Yuki has been combined with an original and some this melody gets passed around from section to section so everyone gets a chance to shine. Enjoy.
We have one more selection for you tonight. I'm going to have Mara read some program notes about that. A couple things about when we're done here for all of the students. I'm going to have you walk back to the band room and store your instruments appropriately. Make sure they get back to your instrument locker unless you're going to take it home for the night. But please don't leave it on the floor in the band room. Make sure you have all of your things. Families, we would love to meet you in the lobby or in the hallway, but we're going to ask that the band room stays for band students only tonight. There's a lot of students in and out of there, and it would be much easier for all of us if it was just students getting to where they need to go. I spoke earlier about February 11th. That's curriculum night and 6th grade preview. If you know a 5th grader that wants to come to RMS or is thinking about coming to RMS, please bring them. They're going to get to see all sorts of things. Jazz band's going to play, and all the teachers are going to be talking about their classes. And for those of you who already attend RMS, also, we will be explaining what we're working on. So we look forward to seeing parents there, and that's a great time to tour the band room. So without further ado, here's Mara.
Santa the Barbarian. The composer Randall Standridge has admitted he suffers from an overactive imagination, which is lucky for us and not the worst affliction for a composer to have. Based on some popular holiday melodies with a very different spin. In this work, Mr. Standridge has reimagined the jolly old elf as a warrior of winter waits, fighting his way across the unforgiving terrain, leading a path of candy cane carnage in his wake. Enjoy.
This piece has a narration part. Can you hear me okay? I'm going to try to narrate with this sound enhancement microphone. I'd be remiss if I did not thank you once again. Band students, can we thank our families and friends that came out to support us tonight? Give them a big shuffle and big thank you so much. It's so great to play for a crowd.